Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Nicolas Venant speaking, Yachting Art Magazine. Today, live scoop on Yachting Art Magazine. The first private walkthrough of the brand new Xs 11, latest model launched by the new catamaran brand by Bénéteau group. And for this private walkthrough, let's meet Bruno Belmont, product design manager at Xs Catamaran. Bruno, good morning.
Good morning, Nicolas.
Wow, 1 month ago in Paris, Bruno, you announced us launch of the Xs 11. The Xs 11 was on the way to reach Düsseldorf. 1 month later, the boat is on the show. Wow effect guaranteed.
We hope, but at least a satisfaction to be here on time with the boat that we wanted to exhibit. So with all the finish that we're expecting to show to our customers, our dealers, and around the world. So yes, we're satisfied today.
The 11 is the smallest model of the new range. But before going aboard and discovering the boat, could you summarize the DNA of the Xs Catamaran brand?
We always talk about pleasure when we talk about catamaran. We thought that this pleasure was mostly orientated to the pleasure at the hook, at the mooring. We thought it was time to also get some pleasure while sailing, and that's why Xs was born, is to steer the boat and get as much pleasure steering the boat as you get once you swim around or you're at the hook. So DNA addressed to the people coming from the monohull market that used to love their monohulls and today don't have anymore, and the people who are a little younger and who want to seek pleasure find what they had as the nice touch of a sailing boat.
Something we can't see here, but we will integrate some images on the video so you can look at the images, is the profile design. Wow effect with the nose, the front nose of the boat.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a lucky consequence. Basically, when we designed this boat, weight saving was really a motto. We wanted to make sure we achieved this target. And one of the decisions we took very early on the design was to move the platform as aft as we could, which allowed us to put the mast in front of the coach roof, so have no mast pillar inside and liberate the inside of the saloon, but also move the maneuvers directly on the deck. And all these saved a lot of weight, and the consequence was that we made very long bows and a very removed aft coach roof, which made us think about the E-type Jaguar, the famous E-type Jaguar, which for us was a very lucky consequence.
Yeah, it looks like a feline design.
Yes, as all the Xs, but maybe this one, although it's the smallest, maybe she's the sexiest because of this very removed aft coach roof.
So now we will go aboard and discover the boat. First of all, the two helm stations are at the rear of the boat.
Yes, as on every Xs. The difference here is because we don't have the lines coming from the top of the coach roof to the the maneuver station. We have even less dead angle than on the other offer. Because the dead angle next to the aft corner of the coach roof is minimized just to hold the coach roof itself. No structural design. So you see almost 360 around, and because you're low, you see below the jeep, so you don't have any dead angle when you're sailing. And because we have transparent windows with no tint, you see very well through the coach roof also.
Yeah, here we can have a look at the bow design, feline design. About the maneuver, it looks like a monohull.
Yes, it's exactly the same principle. A monohull split in half with a nice platform in the middle. That's really the DNA. And on this boat, it works even better because the lines are on deck and move to a winch that's very close to the steering station. Also because it's a smaller boat. But then the helmsman, you can directly address your winch. But if you have a crew, they have space to work without interfering with the steering station.
Sure. Now, about the cockpit, how is this cockpit organized?
So we have an L-shaped seat on the starboard side with a nice dining table. We have a rest area, and we have a huge bench on the aft end with a huge locker because we were capable of moving the life raft on the aft end of the aft beam, which liberated some space, very useful, as you know, especially on a small boat.
a small detail, but that's not a detail. It's the roof constructed with injection technology. Wow.
Yes, and not only the roof, but also the deck, which is a premiere for the Bénéteau
The deck?
Group. Yeah, it's a premiere for Bénéteau Group. We have some of our competitors who do that already, but for us it was a good challenge to actually save weight again on the deck on top of the coach roof, yet keeping the interior simple and light, which was, as we know, the motto of this boat.
Nice detail, and it's not a detail, it's a sliding roof. So we will have a look at how it works. Really easy. So you can have a look at your sail, main sail, when you skip your boat.
Yes, there was two targets. One, first of all, yes, you take the pleasure of steering, but if you sail your sails, it's even more pleasure. So that was the first idea. But the second one is once you're at the hook, you're resting. It's dark, it's night. You see the stars, you see the shooting stars while having dinner. It was a long time a cruising catamaran didn't offer that. So we are happy also for our customers for this. And it will ventilate, of course, the saloon, the cockpit a little better.
So now we will discover the interior of the Xs 11. What was the brief when you decided to design the range and the 11?
Keep it simple. Keep it simple, but don't get rid of anything that an owner is expecting. So we want large fridge, and we have a 130 liters as a standard. We want a double sink in the galley. We want large countertops. We want a real proper chart table with room to put a laptop and to put a camera. And we want to be able to seat the guests around a nice looking table. Simple doesn't mean less. It means well done and simplified. And in the Nauta approach, it was a consequence to have bright walls, to have wood used wherever it helps to enrich the interior, but keep the light inside, keep the brightness as much as possible. And
really appeasing.
Yes, appeasing, and because we have indirect lighting flashing to a coach roof, a ceiling that is with a shiny gel coat, there is a lot of light at night going from the bottom to the top and then down, so there is no shadow, and so again, as you say, it's a restful place.
How many layouts do you offer on the Xs 11?
There will be two offers, one for the owners, which will be a 3-cabin, 2-head and 2 separated shower, which for us, even on a 37-foot, was very important. And for the big families and for the charter business, there will be a 4-cabin, 2-head, and again, 2 separated showers.
We will discover the owner's suite on the right hull. Wow. The volume of the cabin for a 37-feeter is quite amazing.
Yeah, and the aft bed, the owner's bed in this cabin is actually 2 meters by 2 meters, so it's a king-size bed, which allows the crew or the owners to sleep across or alongside and be comfortable as much as they want to be. Again, the fact that on this boat we have the finish going alongside the hull shape uses all the volume possible, and this again helps to make a large bed but also a good feeling of volume. And this feeling of volume is not fake, it's actually a lot of lockers, a lot of counter space, and a lot of prestation for a boat like again is 37 feet.
Yeah, 37 feet boat. At the front of the suite, the owner's bathroom, separated shower. Really appeasing design and a lot of volume.
Yes, a huge shower, a big sink, and many lockers. Even a huge hanging locker on the port side of the head. Again, it's not because it's simple that it should have fewer things for the customers.
Now we'll discover the guest cabins located in the left hull, and especially the front cabin, because on a 37-footer, usually the front cabin is quite small. Wow. What's the size of the bed?
So the bed is at the shoulder. If you're your head is on the foreside of the bed, which is very rare on a boat of that size. You have 1.55 at the shoulders, so almost a queen size bed for a 37 foot. Today, even most of the 40 footers don't have such a big bed, and it was possible because yet we have narrow water lines, but above the water line we expand the hull enough to locate this big bed and have a huge volume inside the cabin.
In fact, a lot of volume, lot of light, and always with appeasing design. On this model, you have one bathroom for the 2 guest cabins with separated shower. And at the rear, the second cabin. Sliding door to optimize volume. And at the rear, second guest cabin. Wow, the bed is quite bigger.
That's a queen size, so we're 2 meters by 160. So you can decide to sleep facing the ocean or against the outer side of the hull.
Really big hull window.
Yeah, very, very wide. Not very high because, again, we want to save weight, so not too much plexi. But very wide, so you have a panoramic view from the cabin.
So our private walkthrough is at the end. As a conclusion, could you speak us about the weight of the boat and the price?
Yes, so the target for us was to be below 9 tons for the light boat, and we are 8.8, and we're aiming to go a little lighter on the rework of the boat. So target is hit, and we're happy about that. But as you know, when you make a simple boat and a light boat, it's also a not too expensive boat. And so the public price of this boat is 235,000 euros with sails, with windlass, with whatever is necessary to go outside sailing.
Good priced boat.
Yes, of course, the length helps a lot, but the hard work done on saving 30% weight in the accommodation, of course, helped that also.
Since the beginning of the show, how was Xs 11 received by market and dealers and clients?
So it was first shown to the dealers the day before the opening, and they were ecstatic because, of course, the size was worrying them about the level of finish, the level of prestation. They just found the boat according to what we had said before, which is good. And well, when you look at the queue of the people wanting to see the boat during the days, well, we're very happy. We're really happy today.
Thank you very much, Bruno.
Thank you, Nicolas.